Okay. Just visit with me, Jack. First off, talk about your involvement with children's hospitals. Obviously, you've got your memorial tournament in Ohio, raises millions of dollars, and the Nicklaus Children's Hospital in Miami. Just, can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, it goes back to about 1966, I guess. Our daughter was 11 months old. She was choking, and it turned out she ended up having a blue crayon lodged in her windpipe, and they went down, took her to the Columbus Children's Hospital, now nationwide, and they went down with an adult bronchoscope, and it broke up, fell in her lungs. She got pneumonia. We didn't know whether she was going to make it. She spent about 6 days in oxygen tents and so forth at the hospital, and finally we just sort of felt like that the hospital saved her life. And so Barbara and I said from that point on that if it was ever a way that we were in a position to help somebody, we wanted it to be children.
That was 1966?
That was 1966. She was born in 65. And then the memorial tournament came along, so the Nationwide Children's Hospital has been the recipient of that tournament ever since. Then about 14 years ago, the Honda tournament moved up from Fort Lauderdale to the Palm Beach area. And a friend of mine who was running their charity says, Jack, we've always done children's charities. He says, what in the Palm Beach area can we, benefit? And I said, well, I looked at Barbara, I says, do you want to go for it? And she says, yes. So that's when we started our foundation. And so we started Nicklaus Children's Healthcare Foundation. And through the Nicklaus Children's Healthcare Foundation and monies we raised for Nicklaus Children's Hospital, we raised close to $100 million down there the last 14 years. And so we felt we've been very passionate about kids. The hospital in Florida is, the main hospital is in Miami. And it used to be Miami Children's, and it used to be Miami Children's Health System. Now they're both Nicklaus, both ways. And we have 14 outpatient clinics up the east coast of Florida and some on the west coast. We're continuing to move north, continue to add clinics. People don't want 91% of all your kids are taken care of out of the hospital. And so nobody wants to travel with a sick child. They'd much rather be able to do their thing at home. Obviously, the very sick child, they'll go to the hospital. But I think it's much the same what Sanford does here. They have outpatient clinics and regional areas that they use that a lot of kids are taken care of before they have to come to the hospital or avoiding coming to the hospital. So we've been involved in that for a long time. We've, I pretty much have quit playing golf. I play, if I play once a month, that's a lot. And but for about, I suppose 30 or so years of our marriage, Barbara supported me. And when we started the Healthcare Foundation, it was my turn. So this has been Barbara's passion. I'm sort of semi-retired, so most of the things I do, the boss tells me where to go and what to do, and I think a lot of men understand that anyway, which is okay. And I've had a blast. I've never, actually Denny Sanford was the first person that I ever asked money for a hospital. And I met with Denny down, and I told Denny, I said, I've never done this before. I said, but you're my first victim. And he says, Jack, he says, I'm proud to be your first victim. So Denny's been very, very kind to us, and we work together with Sanford and a lot of projects, and we're continuing to work on more projects. And we've not only had something that's actually makes us feel good, but we've done a lot of good throughout the places. I'm very proud of that. Very proud of what Barbara has done and what the Sanford people have done, and Denny, and we do a lot of events.
What do you think of Sanford Children's Castle?
It's beautiful. That's great. I think this is great. It's child friendly. That's what a children's hospital is supposed to be. There's always the child friendly animals, the child friendly paintings, the child friendly this, the child friendly that, and so even down to the CAT scan, which is child friendly. So we think that's the way it is. And I mean, if you look around here and see the windows on the floor, you notice how low the windows are. That's so the little kids are going around, they can see out the window. Instead of seeing up, we have a window up this high where children can't see out of it. I mean, those are things that people think of at a children's hospital, which I think are kind of neat.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, just that we're here now with the Sanford International, which is, Sanford is having a tournament here this week. I don't know what my official capacity is. It's nothing really, except they've asked me to be here and be sort of an unofficial host in many ways. And because of my relationship with Denny, my relationship with Sanford, and the things that we've done together. And I think it's great to expand the game of golf. From what I've seen, the Sioux Falls has absolutely supported this tournament. Fantastic. It's a shame you had the weather you had on Wednesday for the Pro-Am, but the weather's beautiful now, and it's going to be nice the rest of the week. And so we're delighted to be here, delighted to be part of it. We had a beautiful tour of the hospital today, and we're going to have a little Andy North at Graham Marsh, and Dave Stockton and I are going to have a little 9-hole exhibition tomorrow afternoon. We have a little children's clinic, and I think we're going to have a little bit of fun.
Thank you so much. Pleasure meeting you.
My pleasure. Thank you.